everyone, welcome to Ponderings of the Priest. Has a spouse or a friend ever said to you, would you like to spend the day with me? And you say yes, sometimes you say no. When you say yes, you go and have a wonderful day, regardless of what it is that you've decided to do together. Well, God sort of says the same thing to you and me. Would you like to spend the day together today? And God offers us this opportunity every single day, every single morning when we wake up. And sometimes we say yes, and sometimes we say no, and sometimes we act like we didn't even hear him ask. Perhaps we do that with our friends and family or spouses or significant others as well. But what can happen for us, with us, to us, in us, when we acknowledge that request and we say, sure, God, I'd love to spend the day with you. What happens in our souls, in our minds, in our words, and in our actions when we make that decision? Well, I know for me, when I accept that invitation and I spend the day consciously inviting God into my heart and into whatever is going on in that moment at that time of day, I find that though I handle things differently than I might otherwise, that I find strength that I might not have, that I find a comfort in difficult situations, that I find reconciling words when I've made a mistake and I can go to someone and I can say, I really messed up and I'm really sorry and I hope you can forgive me. But if I don't invite God into any of that, none of that happens, because then my ego is driving the bus all day. And a lot of times I find that alienates me. I feel isolated. I don't feel connected. I don't feel connected to you. You probably don't feel connected to me. And I use myself as an example because that's the only one I really know how to talk about, not in an egotistical kind of way, but, not to presume what you experience, but to share what my experience is. So I find that when I leave God out of the day, when I just sort of leave God at home and say, have a nice day, I'll see you when I get home, I don't have the same kind of day that has joy and purpose and all kinds of other positives in my life as I do when I consciously say, yeah, let's spend the day together. And most of all, one of the things that makes a difference in spending the day with God, if you will, is that I know that I'm not alone. I know that there is a creative creative force of the universe who loves me unconditionally, and that inspires me and gives me hope and helps me want to persist and keep trying. Because if God never gives up on me, it gives me permission to never give up on myself. And these are all things that happen when, upon my awakening, God says, good morning, Brenda, would you like to spend the day together? And I say, yeah, what a great idea. What shall we do? And amazing, truly amazing things happen. And I see God and people and circumstances that I don't otherwise see. I don't always invite him in. And that may sound strange to you, as, considering this is Ponderings of the Priest. But that's just the truth, and that's the human condition. And but then I remember, and then I reconnect. And that's part of our spiritual journey, is not beat ourselves up, but just always take that opportunity and say, yeah, great idea. Thanks, God. Let's spend the day together. So when you awake tomorrow, hear God say to you, good morning. Would you like to spend the day together? Something to ponder for the week. Have a great day, everybody.